Mitt navn Raven. My name is Raven from south of Norway. And the moon is waxing. And I thought there are certain things that tend to repeat themselves in our lives, and they come in the form of archetypes. So we're going to have a look at a couple of their archetypes, and the question is, why do they have... We talked a little bit about this before. It was about star seeds, and for some reason people feel like certain people, they can't stand even the way you breathe. Even the way you breathe. And that is how they're going to harm you. Okay, so we will find a little bit about the first person. Many of those who harm us have one thing, have a lot of things in common. Okay, be there and impress, and that is the fact that they have been abused themselves, or they are suffering from poverty. It could be that they see themselves as the center of existence, and therefore that how you feel about the situation is not important, because you do not belong to their real family or friends, or you haven't known each other life. I find this story repeat itself when it's getting first halfway there, but when it's getting close to 3 months, I find myself in a situation where, so I did hear the raven cries, and usually the raven cry when it's time for me to move to a new space. Now the question is the red flag pink, or is it really red? Now I'm going to pluck out specific archetypes, and perhaps they might resonate with you. Perhaps you might get some answers regarding what you search for. What you search for. This one is nice. Rainbow. Okay, so rainbow colors. So Great Spirit, show me the individual who wants to harm. So when you are connected to this channel, the moment you send your energy in this direction, not just by liking and subscribing, but commenting, or really paying attention, you might experience that, wow, this is the story I have experienced, and I really had no answer for what to do about that. Now, many times I see this story go all over again. And I also see I can get close to a friend where I realize that I come from outside, and I can see the game their own friends are playing on them. This is how far my galaxy, it's far away from Earth. Okay, so let's see what information can we get about this individual. This is a wounded warrior, somebody who had to take in a lot. Doesn't matter if it's a female or male. Wounded warrior, someone who is badass and so tough. Now let's see. What is the tension between the two of you and why is it there? Let's just check an overall feeling they have about you. You recently picked someone who they don't like you, and I have been pulling a lot of cards where I pull out the fox. We find snakes here, literally on the ground. But where is the fox? Well, it might be the one staring you deep into your eyes and looting you or your bank account. So let's see. Man of Strength, the Wounded Warrior. This is someone who have issues with money. They struggle. They can't. They really struggle. They can't make things. Is it possible even for you to see some of the cards? I don't know. Because I can't bend the angle of this fucker. So the lives is going to be me all. Hello. Okay, so this is someone who have money issues. And if you do not have money issues and you're not too discreet on showing off, that may create jealousy. They do not have a fortune. Do not have a fortune. This might be someone you like. Their emotions towards you is Cancerian energies. You might be dealing with a Cancerian. Emotionally, they seem a little bit confused about you. They see you perhaps as a mother. I don't care if you have an inkling. They see you as someone who's got strong mother skills. Maybe some of you are even knocked out. But they could also have hidden emotions for you, which nobody else is supposed to know. Well, the tarot cards are going to tell on you. How do they see you? Sitara Moonlight Tribe, how do they see you? It was upright. You are confusing them. Because I don't know who you are, but it could be that, from my point of view, who come from the other side of the planet, I might as well come from another galaxy. This is how people stare at me. So I see see here that some of you have created a lot of confusion, emotional confusion, because they don't know how to feel about this. Some of you might be a Scorpio, or you are dealing with a Scorpio. So we have two pregnancy here also. So they could expect, they could be married, or they could expect themselves. But how they value you is someone who's created a very powerful impact into their lives. Because, I don't know, if you're like me, it feels like you've seen it all. But who did you meet? Did you meet a traveler? Did you meet a businessman? Woman? Oh yeah, so they're not going to take any specific action because, well, they're broke. I tend to surround myself with broke. As soon as you go to India, you might, 90% of the population is broke. So you might just have to accept that. The bottom of the card, there's a Sagittarius here. They are very in and out of your energies. So, show me how exactly. I'm a little curious. Because I see them destroying a lot. They destroy a lot. But how? I get that this is someone who could be from they don't like change. They don't like change. And you are change. That. Some of you, you're coming, showing up here as that anyway. And that is threatening to them. And you've seen enough. You're part of Sitara Moonlight Channel, are you not? This place is for people who see things. Ooh, I think I'm still tripping balls. So let's see. Another Nanette Winston. Hello. Yeah, I might have told you before, but if you remove the N from your name, Nanette, you have my birth name, Nora Annette. So, kind of name sisters, are we not? And my arms are also very strong. Welcome to the channel. I hope everything is alright. So, as you already know, it's a collective read. I've been spoiling the Scorpions a little bit. So we know there are always people around us, unfortunately, who are fake, phony. They pretend they want our best, but they don't. They manipulate. they're jealous, and of course we can find those sides within ourselves as well. Now that today we are not going to do that, but it sounds like a good idea. Today we're going to pick out someone who is trying or subconsciously is who is subconsciously sabotaging one aspect of your life, which perhaps you feel is alright, is it cool, you know. I've taken my time during my travels, and it usually takes 3 months, and then there is some action which forces me to leave. Now let's see, what is it that exactly happened here that make them, well, they come out as severely broke, no money whatsoever. But regarding you, yet they don't think of you as some Russian oligarch. They have a confusion which regards love. And they know that if they went that far, it will be the end of you know. So it seems to me you have a deadly attraction to you. Queen of Wands, death itself, which is Scorpio, and Venus in Scorpio, you're deadly attractive. Now they on their side they could be a little bit emotionally in and out, or it could be someone they're hanging out with. They're coming out as the wounded warrior. So let's see. Because I also got a prophecy earlier today, that a warning from a reader I respect a lot, and sometimes you need to change timeline to make sure it will not happen. Okay, sometimes you need to be aware of it so you have the chance to change timelines. So the wounded warrior again. The wounded warrior experienced a boom, like a tower moment. You know what a tower moment is, right? Boom, shakalaka, boom. Some shit fast hit the fan. And they basically had an experience like I did. Lost everything. And here you are, coming with your 10 of cups. Well, I'm all good. Because some of you might be in my situation where I lost absolutely everything. House, kids, money, everything. I ended up like some kind of a bum, but not too bum, because I come from an oil country. Yeah. So, emotional confusion, yeah. You seem to be their wish fulfillment. And if you have involved yourself in someone else, they are going to make sure that ain't gonna happen. And the worst part is that they seem to already be in a relationship, but they want to fuck things up for you, because we see here this is someone who needs to be in control. Previously, this could be coming out as someone who have anger issues, they have issues with empathy. I want everything, I point. You remember the Game of Thrones king? You know him. there is something here in life they see as unjust, with justice cards in reverse there, and I think you are a part of them. If you know, I'm from the west of the world, and I visit the east, and I live pretty nicely because, well, the valuta is awesome for me here. If I go back to Europe, I'll too probably end up in something that looks like the street. So they could simply see that what you have compared to what they have is not fair. It's not fair that you get to have all this. You have your attraction, you have your beauty, and on top of it all, you somehow, with your magnetic skills, are pulling them in. Aha. An means the original root word an means heaven. Did you know that? Marie, yes, because mar from Latin, mar, el mar is the ocean. So Marie is probably, they making an extra little syllable or sound to that. So you also heavenly grace from the ocean. Maybe you're a mermaid. So is it 16 Scorpio or 16 April, as in 16 of November? So you are the tower. Never thought about it like that. Well, I would be then. You know my mind. Alright, I'll figure out who's number 3. We have broken heart. We have 3 people involved. Oh my God! It's number 3. That's the Empress also. So it's all good. Okay, so whatever's going on here, it turns into some kind of a burden. It's a burden. So much passion, so much love. But they hate you. And of course, they do have a cup. They do have a cup. But I feel it ain't for you, honey. La 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 la. Sirens. Yeah, there is a difference between mermaid and sirens. Sirens, accordingly, I learned that the other day watching a documentary. And sirens, with the beautiful voice, they are really evil, and the mermaids, they are so kind. They only drown a ship now and then. But, it's not easy to know what is what. I had a lucid dream or astral journey like 10-15 years ago. And you know what? Of all the things in the world, I was a mermaid and I had a red tail. And it was as real as I'm sitting here with my fat ass talking to you right now. Fun. This individual is heartbroken. talking about 3, huh? Three of Swords, Four of Swords. They are in a situation now where they're trying to equip themselves with mentally balance because they know what it is, but they have issues regarding surrender to the situation. And again, we had it for a couple of crap jokes regarding the broke Capricorn. I could have a Capricorn placement, but this is, this is where they really are, and they fear to remain. They're coming out as they are basically this far from becoming someone who has to sleep on the streets. This is how fucked up their financial institution is. But they know how to use the charm. Possible outcome. They're very pretty. They could actually come out as pretty hot, sexy. Yeah. And they know that too. But, like I see here, they already have a queen. Not gender specific, of course, but they already have a queen. And it seemed to me on 2 of the cards said they might even have babies on their mind. If they do, well, let me tell you this, fucking stupid. If you could barely feed yourself, going and make a baby. Have you seen the world lately? Sorry how to get it out of the system, but good fucking luck with that. Oh, well, they also come out as their own counterpart. There's a lot of kings here. Maybe they like to play a little with the other kings in their tribe. We have queer cards also. Maybe you should be more generous. So they already have a counterpart. And they're both broke! They're both broke. This is not someone who got married because the counterpart is so rich. This is someone who got married because they were thinking with their yeah. Oh, well, the dude needs to make a choice. The dude needs to make a choice. So, what we do not see, what you do not see, what we do not see here, fuck! This is someone who has to make a choice regarding a situation that has to do with the star, Aquarius energy, or healing. You have the other counterpart here. So you could also be dealing with a Scorpio. We have Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Cancerian, Scorpio. A lot of Pisces and Scorpio. There's a lot of water here, and Earth is turning up, but all Earth is in reverse. There is not a single coin. Not a single coin. But they have their mate here. And what shocked me really is that this individual secretly wants to have a new beginning. They want space. They actually secretly want to have a divorce. Do they talk about it? No. This is someone who has got many, many secrets. And they're not telling you. Sick, huh? So it could also be that the relationship between the two of you, if this is someone you are working with, either this is someone in your family, either this is someone who is a friend of a friend of a friend, they're coming out as having a large crush on you too, which is awkward. Are they loyal to their wife? On the surface, yes, seemingly so. But if the circumstances really changed, you know, oh, I landed on Tom Hanks Island. Where's that? Tom Hanks Island, you know, and I haven't seen my wife for 2 years, you know, situations like that. So are they faithful? They're coming out with two aspects, very emotional, not so much down to earth. Because if they were really, really down to earth, they would have money. So they're holding back their cup and they have a heartbreak and they need to make a choice between two people. Are you one of those? Nanette? Annette and Nanette. Yes, I was born with two names, Nora and Annette. And my last name is Ravenheim, so duh. So okay, we know that this enemy or the person who seemed to dislike you is not that bad. I only do tropical charts. I don't know a lot about sidereal charts. All I know that in sidereal chart I have 5 placements, main placements in Libra, Ascendant and Mars in Gemini, so I talk a lot. Yeah. And I need a trip to the dentist. So let's see. So Rasi, yeah, I did purchase a book in Nepal like in April, and I did learn a lot about the moon and that my moon is so weak. I was learn also that I'm born during dark moon eclipse, so I thought, you know, I got to hang on to my blacks, you know. So okay, so I don't know what Rosie is, but 7th house is the house where we have enemies. So I have Pluto in 7th house. So I need to be careful to walk around too much on my own in the streets. Yep. Um, hmm. Okay, so we will have one more. We will have one more. See what kind of individual we are pulling out from the Viking deck. It's not a Viking deck, but it's really Dungeons and Dragons. It's kind of Vikingish, yeah? So individual, how are they? Hello, how do you do? What is it that you need to look out for? So they're coming out as a hermit, someone who is very closed off. 9 of intelligence. They also have Lord Cthulhu on their head. Could be that you're dealing with someone else who likes to fiddle with magic, as we do. We do. Yeah. So let's see how they feel. How they feel about you. Why are you on their hit list? I'm not bringing up people who are in love with you, but well, it turns out you think you are on their hit list, and turns out they are secretly having pretty wet dreams about you. That'll happen. So let's see. Could be a woman, could be a man. The other one came out pretty strongly as masculine. Let's see, what is this one? What does this one have to tell you? Okay. You're not allowed to have enemies. Well, I wish I could choose that option, but you know, we can't change realities all the time. I'm listening to Mr. Bashar. and he says we can change timelines, and if our own way of doing things don't work, it's perhaps to change your vibration from within. And you can also write your own story about who you really are, who you want to be, and be as detailed as possible. I'm going to do that, of course. Just have to finish a billion things here. Okay. So how does this individual see my tribe here? How does they feel about them? What are they thinking? How do they see you? What's their mentality? What kind of value do the Satiras have to this individual, and what action are they going to take? Aha! We have a drama queen. Fucking drama queen. Queen, king. This is someone who they might come with a message for you quite soon, actually, like blah 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 blah. You might get a call from them. They could travel towards you. This is strongly Sagittarius. This is someone who comes out to be loud during a conflict. If they don't like, they're not the one who sits still and like, yeah, whatever you say. So what? Yeah, okay, cool. You're so badass. Let's go. They will scream and shout and create baluba. Balubala. Balubala. You know, drama. I got some Sagittarius energy. They could have Sagittarius ascendant or some placement like that, but the Sagittarius is usually not afraid to scream "fuck off" or Have you been, whatever absurd things they can come up with, they will say it, and they will say it out loud, and they won't care if it sounds intelligent or not. I'm talking about the lower aspect of Sagittarius here. There is something here regarding a child. This child is denied, is prevented from sending you a message. Or so this could have something to do with child care, someone taking care of your child. There is a masculine aspect here who is kind of making sure that this child is not is held back from you with the message. They're holding back information that could be value for you. But they're holding back a lot of information also that if it were to leak, they're holding it as a, if he or she does that, we will do that. So it's a power game. Well, this individual doesn't seem to do too good. I mean, all their money are gone. What's up with that? No wonder people hate you. You live your life, you smile, you're happy, you're grateful, you're, wow, life is so nice. And people like this come who likes to make drama and thinks that people think that they do not have the same access to stuff that you do. That's wrong, honey. You do have access to exactly what I have access to. Because we're all one. So it's about the law of attraction. What are you thinking right now? You hate the world, you think you are lacking so much. Okay, that's the vibration you're going to send out in the universe, and you're going to keep lacking. But it's not working like that. Anyone tried the ayahuasca? DMT production will literally teach you that if you feel a little bit tense, the entire specter of what you see is also a little bit tense. You might even get that these jesters will go like, fuck you, just to mess with you. They are tricksters. Because they want you to relax and create a harmonious vibration so you can ascend. Hello there, Heather. I personally, I feel that Shiva is closer to Pluto, because Pluto is the spiritual death. Shiva, the word Shiva doesn't really have any vowel to it. It's the sound sh, which is it has a connection to the snakes. Okay, because before we created the language based on what kind of sound they had, like, and the spirits. We have the Holy Spirit and the not so Holy Spirit. We have the ground. Humans are made of earth and minerals. Shiva is spirit. So, therefore, Kali, who means the dark one or blue one, Ka also meaning mouth, because, well, from her we come. So Ka meaning Also darkness, mouth, it has many meanings. Li meaning to ascend. But Kali, she's the mother of everything that is flesh, can consider to be dense. And so Saturn is something that is saturated. It is saturated. Sat. Nam. And on top of the planet, you have a hexagon. Okay, basically shaped like something like this. You see, now this is a three-dimensional form. Now, this hexagon, if you pull up one vertical line and two that goes to the side, you will have a cube. So, Kali, she is, our mother. And between the moon, Shani, and how do you say? Shani is Saturn, sorry. Shani and is it Chandrama, the moon? There is one field that I know about. And Kali, she is what is flesh. She is what is dense. We hear it, we hear Satnam. Satnam is something that is saturated. It symbolizes density. So you hear it all the time that people are rising into higher densities. That's not possible because something that has a high density has also a very high gravity. So we might talk, now we are in density 3, well that means our density is less heavy than density 2. If we want to ascend to density 6, we will have access to the Akashic records. And these, if we are ascending to density 6, that is okay to say. But you cannot say that you are ascending to higher densities because that will be the other way around. So the word sat is something saturated, is full. I feel full. All the molecules, they no longer have space for anything more. Of course, that too is an illusion. And sat, which means Saitan, it's an opposer. Sat is diversion, something that is not a diversion, but sorry about my memory these days. Saturn, earn, is something we filled something with, okay? And we saturate that urn with something. With what? Black matter? I don't know. SAT means that something is separated from the whole. So therefore, you see, when I say that to me, Shani is Kali and Shiva is Pluto, it's simply because Pluto symbolizes a spiritual death. Kali, she symbolizes physical death and decay and every stink that comes with it. So, well, now you heard my take on that part. Yes, exactly. On top of Saturn's pole, there is a hexagon. So we live in a beehive. Yes. Gamo Satan. Okay, that's also a new one. Okay, so let's continue. You got a little bit of some, you rolled me away there a little bit. So there is an individual here that is opposing you. There is a child involved. They have some issues regarding that, I think. What is this individual thinking about you? Well, they think about you as something that have a little bit more money than you do and that you are pretty good at juggling with them. really. You have their boss. They see you as someone who have a lot of power. And when one alpha spots someone else who might be the alpha, if you give them the glare and the smile, well, you just smack the bum of an alpha. And very often that is the case. They see you. They don't want to admit it. And they will try to pull you down from your Game of Thrones. No, from your Iron Throne. They will try. But it takes a while to get to that energy, to have that kind of authority. Do you hear me stumble in my words? Well, you hear sometimes my memory is a little bit lost. But when I walk, when I talk, when I demonstrate, when I teach, wherever I walk, I do not crumble like a rat, like certain people do, who wants to pull me down to their level. The question is, how do you walk? Do you own the flames that are licking your legs? Or are you screaming in pain? Somehow they are very jealous at what you have. If we are talking about the opposite sex here, they want you. Talking about opposing energies. If they are in a relationship, it could also be that they are the boss of that relationship, okay, and they have their wish fulfillment in their relationship, and they are very dedicated to that relationship. However, they don't feel it is an equal give and take here in this relationship. So let's see here. But they're very loyal to love. So they also have the lovers here. So it seems to me that your individual might be in some kind of love relationship right now to someone else. So if you haven't got any noise from them lately, it's because they're too busy touching themselves when they think about the other one. So we have someone with a high temper. There is a child involved here. They struggle with money. They like to come out as the emperor, as the boss, but as a reflection and a value, they know who really are the boss. When they confront you, you don't flick an eye. You have no problem looking them in the eye and say, let's dance, bitch, hoe, hugger, whoever you are. They do have a love. There is some kind of love here. But this couple ain't doing well when it comes to money. And now this individual is left with some kind of choice. Curious creature. Let's check what Kipper have to say. I'm curious as fuck now. Like, who the hell? Like, who the... Let's see. Who is this individual? Who is this individual? Because it's pretty vague. It could be close to you, and sometimes we really need to stop underestimating people. So let's see, who is this fucker who doesn't like my people? They are someone who would love to come, they present gifts to people just to come out as the, blonde, yeah, whatever. Maybe they have black hair, who knows? But, the cute blonde neighborhood girl with pearls in the ear and stuff like that. They come out as generous so they can make a good impression. Child experience cruelty. Somehow they can manage to make it seem like the child is okay. The child is not okay. Here's my repeating. So they have a group of friends and family where they are discussing their money situation. And how they say you here, they see you as a crossroad. Could this crossroad contain some opportunity? But I think maybe you, Scorpio, or whoever you are out there, might have given them a smack on the bum before. They see you as a fake person. But do you know the law of how we see ourselves in how we project? We look in the mirror, and if you look like Satan in the mirror, you will see Satan. You're Satan, that's what you're going to see. So they see themselves as the boss, but they have no clue that they themselves are coming out as the fakers of fakers. They do have love for someone here, big time love. Show me the partner, let's see. So again, there is a child involved. You know what that means? It can literally mean anything. Either they have a child, either they are locked up, or they, Now let's see. Something about Saturn in Pisces. They're not too happy. No, they're not too happy about something. There's something they feel is unfair, and they feel that the relationship they are in is connected to some kind of cruelty. It's like they punish. They want to choose between two people, and somehow someone gets to be punished for their own indecision. You might get a message from them. Twice here the Rider and 8 of Wands. Look out, wherever you are. So, what is it exactly you need to, if you have to look over your shoulder just to make sure that this individual ain't fucking you up too much? What is it they want? I mean, I know people being, pulled by the hair, grown-up people who attack other grown-up people like they are still in the fucking kindergarten. We're going to have a look at a few of those because I'm going to make a blessing where if you are connected to this channel, I hope I can grab the energies from these people and send them back to the dimension they belong. We need to be careful because there is someone, a page, who wants to offer you their cup. And the reason, and there is burden attached to this. There is a burden attached to this. And the thing is, the reason I get this joke pretty quick is that this young individual, they could be in their 20s, maybe even 30s, depending on their immaturity. They want your attention. But you've been through this circus before, and so I have seen this one turn into this one in a few seconds. Eyes go black. So you ask yourself, what did I do? Well, you can ask yourself that question, what did I do? And if you come to the conclusion that, whatever you did, your intention was never to harm anyone, and you even apologize, then that's it. And then you walk away. Because these people will never admit that they have done something too, which is not harmful just to the people of this tribe, but also to children. And you know how much I love the word NARC and all that, but selfish, self-obsessed. How does this gain me to be nice to you if I bring you flowers and I have this stare? Hi, oh my God, really? I didn't know. You didn't know? Okay, guys, that will be 2 jumpers for you. The phone is on low battery. No battery, and I think for me it's a little bit late to continue the fun, but it's okay to identify the danger before you walk towards it and it's too late and you are hanging from the cliff with one finger. So we'll identify a few archetypes, and then I will do a ritual here where we'll maybe Shiva himself, will come and destroy whatever harm they are creating to you and the loved ones and your life. Because the more light you possess, the more happy-go-lucky you are, the more pure your heart is. Although you look like you worship Satan, it's not the point. It's what you do that is the point, the vibration you emit. And if they manage to pull you down, remember, you can't change people. No. Maybe I could, but you can't really change people. Leave them as you found them. Hello, Duncan. Welcome. We just finished here. Of course, you can scroll back and read. Yes. Ah, ha, ha. Ah, I see. Okay. That's not just anyone. That's not just anyone. So, okay. So may you sing some beautiful mantras from Parvati for us, Nanette and Duncan. You get to see the whole scenario. I want to pluck up more people just to so we could sort our heads, as in, because I concluded, I came this far where I realized that some individuals are demon possessed. Because it's all about vibrations. And so, if your vibration is down there, that's the energy you're going to resonate with. And those are the energy you're going to channel. And they are all going to trick you into thinking they are you. And it's quite difficult to see between who you are and who the observer of who you are really is. Remember, you are the observer first and most, and you're always infinite of love. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming. It was fun, and I hope you enjoyed some of it. I hope some of it helped. If you want me to have a section of small love reads, please do give a comment below. How does he or she feel for me? It's been a while since we do that. Anyway, thank you so much, and have a beautiful night. As we say here, Shubh Ratri. Lots of kisses and blessings.